All right, there, down at the moment, there, what are you going to do? 25 down, 50 down there, down at the moment, I take 75 down at the moment, I take 100 and a quarter and a half, and 100 and a half, 75 down 2, down at the moment, I take 2 and a quarter and a half, down at the moment, I take 75, I take 3, 3 and a quarter and a half, down 75, I take 4, 4 and 4 and a half, 5.
Yes, welcome to a Monday at Studio Kitchen, Colorado. It's the 22nd of March, and we're glad to be back. The Modern Eater, myself, Greg Hollenbach, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman. We took off on a road trip. As you know, the Governor Polis, declared the 20th of March Meat Out Day. He made a proclamation to say, let's get rid of meat for a day right here in Colorado. How crazy is that? What's going to happen? Something natural, Jay.
Yes, that's right.
People are going to get together, and they're going to celebrate agriculture. And it's us. That's what we do. We head out on the road, and we connect Colorado. So we've got a lot of killer content for you. So from Grand Junction, Colorado to Lyman, Colorado, from Eaton, Colorado to Eads, Colorado, we land in Lamar, Colorado. Got a lot of great stuff for you. We're going to play some of the interviews that we had. But one thing that stands out, and again, thank you, the Lamar region in Kiowa County, you guys welcomed us so much. So Rick Robbins from Colorado Mills and Jonna, thank you guys for the hospitality. The Uhland family, I mean, a 5-generation farming and ranching family in southeastern Colorado. Just great people, and that's what we needed, their perspective. So Doug, Tori, Hunter, Lexi, the new baby, the 12th grandkid that we were able to meet.
The baby was there.
Of Doug's grandkids. Thank you for the hospitality. Marty, from Marty's home-raised Angus beef. What a cool new friend. Marty's a great guy. He's also an auctioneer. Can I get a 50? Can I get a better 50? Can I get a 60? You got a 60, 60, better 60. He obviously does it way better, but he gave us a couple tips. Wait till you see some of the stuff from Marty. Also, Gary Melcher from Backyard Barbecue and Catering, who you will see in this coming segment. It was just a powerful segment. And again, Colorado supporting Colorado. But to highlight it's one thing to highlight it, but to diminish ranching and the hard working and the unison that it takes for farmers and ranchers to come together to make that whole agricultural wheel just spin and spin well. It was a shame that it needed to happen, but it did happen. And people came together far and wide to support Colorado agriculture. This past weekend, we stayed at the Max Hotel in Lamar, Colorado. You want to talk about a cool, hip, up-and-coming hotel. We met some new friends there, actually returning. We've been there. This is the second time. So Nancy and Michael and Anthony rolling out the red carpet for us. We've got to thank you guys and everybody down there. Matt Prince as well, the organizer of the Kiowa County Fairgrounds. So what we want to do for you is right now welcome more agriculture to the Modern Eater Show. This is an exciting moment, Jay.
Yes, it is.
Why am I so excited?
Well, because we're bringing on a new sponsor to the show, and it's a sponsor that we love and can't wait to work closer with. They have been family for a long time. But in LaSalle, Colorado, there is the Strohauer Farms. What does Strohauer Farms do? They grow delicious Colorado potatoes. And you know, here's something that
they're on the show, and welcome. Thank you, Strohauers.
I was just going to say, they have like the most delicious russet potatoes. And for some reason, people think you can't get Colorado russets. And I don't know why, but I every time now when I think about potatoes, I want to tell you can get Colorado russets.
So here's what we want to do. Already somebody, Marty's Home-Raised Angus Beef LLC. Yes, Marty, you are such a cool guy. Thanks. It's great to know you and have you within the Modern Eater family. We're going to welcome the Strohauers and the Potato Council to the Modern Eater Show. Here's just some quick words from a new sponsor, and we'll be back in 30 seconds right here on the Modern Eater Show to give you some more.
Modern Eater, we love you guys. This is Amber with Northern Colorado Potatoes, reminding everyone that potatoes grown here are truly rooted in love and rooted in a long history of being grown in this area. Early 1900s reports show that this was either the largest or one of the largest potato producing areas in the nation. Other states have had some amazing branding, but don't forget we have all your favorite varieties and more you love to cook and eat, including russet. Support local potatoes. You won't be disappointed.
What a cool ad. And again, welcome to the Strohauers and the Potato Council and Strohauer Farms to the Modern Eater Show. You've been in the family for a while, but it's great to have you on board, and thank you again. Another great Colorado company supporting the Modern Eater. That's what it's really all about. Our communities are fantastic, Jay. We got a lot of great content. One of the pieces of content, which we're going to play for you next, is something that stood out to me. We went to the Welcome Center in Lamar, Colorado for one of the many events throughout Colorado. And they were serving up burgers. It was a gimme, but you could give a donation to support ranching in Colorado. Backyard Barbecue and Catering. We met a gentleman named Gary. We just handed him a microphone because he uses Colorado Mills sunflower oil on his truck. We didn't know what we were going to expect, but we asked him about today's event, which was Saturday the 20th. We asked him about the event for that day, and here's what he had to say. This is a great one from Gary. At the Welcome Center, the Modern Eater out connecting with agriculture on this Meat In Day. People gathering in Lamar. Met our friend Gary here. Good to see you, Gary.
Thank you. How are you guys
Hold
doing?
that microphone right up to you.
Sorry, I'm not used to that.
No problem. Jonna, Brian. This is cool because we're talking a little bit about community and people collaborating and coming together. And so just in a small conversation, we're talking about, what's the name of your company? Backyard Barbecue?
Yep.
And Catering?
Yep.
This is your truck?
This is my truck. Been running it for about 5 years now, and realistically, the only oil I've used out of here is our local Colorado Mills sunflower oil. You'll kill me on that one.
Yeah, fueled by Colorado Mills. And, I mean, you kind of have to because community does business with community. Just so happens to be a great product.
Well, that, and I don't grow the sunflowers, but I'm actually a farmer as well. So
Are you really?
I'm on both ends of this business. So.
Yeah.
What do you like about the oil?
You know what? Number one, it helps me base my seasonings to my brisket and my pork, but it doesn't leave any meat or unnatural flavor in the meat. So my meat flavor stands out, and that's the really reason I like it the best.
Nice.
Is if you cover up your meat flavor, it's not worth it.
No,
So
exactly.
I'm a naturalist when it comes to the cooking of meat.
What do you think about this whole, why is everybody gathered here today? Is this a food truck thing that happens every?
No, this is not a food truck deal. This is right. Quite frankly, this is nothing about Backyard Barbecue and Catering. This is about Colorado Farm Bureau and all of our farmers and ranchers coming together and just trying to make a statement of how important meat is to our country, period. Ag in Colorado is the second leading industry, and so you kill that, and this state is going to be hurting.
This is a statement.
This is a statement right
Look
there.
around. I mean, take a spin around.
We
Jay.
served over 600 hamburgers today here at Lamar. We're getting ready to go to Holly, and we're going to serve some more hamburgers as well as some of my pulled pork.
What are some of the organized events that are happening? I mean, we're located in Denver, and we know in northern Colorado to southern Colorado, all over the state, it's really rallying together for.
The last I knew, Colorado Farm Bureau had 130 events that they knew of, and I know there's 2 or 3 around here they didn't know of. So I would say there's probably 150 to 200 events around the state of Colorado coming out to support ag. We actually had a group of bikers come clear down from Fountain today just to come eat at Lamar, Colorado.
That's fantastic. And really, so what we've shown you today is it all intertwines from the products to the businesses to the trucks to the small business to the farmers to the ranchers, agriculture coming together because that's what feeds these communities. Agriculture is what keeps Lamar, Colorado going, truly.
Well, that's one thing I've appreciated for the episodes I've watched of you guys. You guys are really actually helping ag and connect with the urban areas. People know where their food comes from, and you guys, especially with Colorado Mills doing their ag tour down here, that has been an amazing event.
You don't know how much that means to us.
Thank you.
So as we come down here and truly you touch our lives, and it's an honor to be able to bring the messages back, and I think that that's a great message to bring back. Anything more that you'd like to leave folks?
Well, just, when you get out and if you hear negative things about ag, go talk to your farmer and rancher, get the truth, because the one thing I would really like to say is whether I'm on the crop side of things, Randy McKendry over here is our vice president of Prowers County Farm Bureau. He grows the cattle. But the one thing I can say, whether it's me taking care of our land or him taking care of his animals, I just don't understand how Denver and the different people do not understand how much we love this land and love our animals. This is not just a job to us. We take pride in taking care of the land and the livestock.
Great stewards of the land and the livestock. And there's the message, you wouldn't get anything different from us. That's exactly what we would say about it.
Come over here. That wind is killing you. Just
Oh.
stand next to him.
No problem. So to be able to come down, and Gary, I loved what you said. It's not about me or my business right now. Today is about Colorado agriculture, and that's kind of what we've been trying to highlight and show, right, Jonna?
That's right. Yeah, we're just trying to connect like our farmers and our ranchers in our community to a bigger product and connecting that story just so people on the Front Range and in the cities can see exactly where their products are coming from. They're coming from hardworking folks that are just working the land and doing what they love.
It's probably the best 10 minutes we've ever done on the show, truly. The compliments that you gave us mean more to us than you could ever possibly know, and it's just an honor to be able to come down and support you as much as you support all of us, unthankfully. So officially, I want to thank you. I know Brian, Jay, all of us want to thank you guys for what you do.
Well, I want to thank you guys too, but the one thing, if you can thank us, is become a member of one of our ag organizations and help us be a louder voice. Thank you.
Yeah, and Rick Robbins said it so well today. You don't need to prop up another agenda by diminishing another one. And to say meat out day, meat in day, it's like if you want to promote gardening or vegetables or a vegan lifestyle, you can do that. Just promote it for what it is. Have a vegetable in day.
Well, the way I see it is when you put lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle on your hamburger, that's the best meat-based or vegetable-based burger you could ever have.
And that's a true representation of everything and how agriculture works together, from the farmers to the ranchers and everybody in between. Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Anytime.
Well, no. Okay. What about your food truck, though? What do you serve on it? Barbecue?
Yes, barbecue, brisket, and pork is my specialty. I've gotten my ribs where I'm ready to release them as a standard line for me. So I started, actually about 8 years ago out of a tent, and I was using his oil clear back then, and it just grew, and actually I went and got this trailer in the middle of wheat harvest, which just about caused a fight, and I ended up paying for it the first year, and it's been a really good deal. I love serving the people. It's cooking, and it's a tough job because, you know, I'm normally cooking 24 to 36 hours in advance, and so, you know, this here, you know, we cooked a lot here today, and you know, I don't want to take away from the Colorado Farm Bureau and the cattlemen's what we've done, but you know, this has been an ongoing deal and trying to balance farming and cooking at the same time. And last year was hard. I literally lost $50,000 of book items I had on the books.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And that's not anything else that could have came in or whatever. And so, you know, and that's gone. When you get shut down, you get shut down. But the one thing I'd say is I wasn't the worst one hurt. I had another job to fall back on, and I still had to farm right through COVID. It didn't matter. So you just keep moving, you know, and that's, you know, one thing we spun again, and I opened up a little greenhouse because people couldn't travel. So
fantastic.
We brought in things, you know, to a local community. And I live in Holly and farm south of Holly with my dad. So.
Wow. That's
Wow.
awesome.
Thanks for showing us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Cool. I'd ask him, but it'd probably start just a fire. Governor Polis said that he'd put his brisket up against anybody's in Colorado. I'm sorry.
I have a whole crew that we'd accept the challenge.
That's right. Governor, we got a challenge for you. That's right.
Anytime.
Bring your brisket, man. Bring your brisket. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. We're going to head on down the road to Eads, Colorado. And why not? The Modern Eater Show continues. Wow, there you go, right there. And Gary Melcher from Backyard Barbecue and Catering. I thought that was a great moment. We have a lot more great moments to come for you. We got to break away real quick. Some Colorado companies that just great sponsors, supporters of the Modern Eater Show. How can you support? You just heard Gary say, sign up for agriculture. Sign up for one of these great organizations that support agriculture, and that's really what you can do. Also, you're watching this show right now. The last time that we spoke to some of these rural community folks, that they get it. They share this stuff. They appreciate being talked about and highlighted, and we can't thank you enough. But 150 shares on the last video from that. Right now, do us a favor. Take your phone, whatever device you're on, share this. This is how you support agriculture in Colorado, and it's a real thing. If you don't think that Colorado agriculture is in jeopardy, there's a hard enough time just with Mother Nature and the weather to keep these folks in business. They don't need any bureaucrats or elected officials using their platforms to discourage Colorado agriculture. That's why this is so important, and this is why the Modern Eater, Jay, as we ramp up to our June road trip to where we hit the road for over 2.5 weeks to celebrate Colorado agriculture and the hardworking men and women behind it, that this is when you can jump in and start sharing things. Because I'm sure you've shared a lot worse just today.
Right? Yeah, no, I mean, if you're going to click share, man, I mean, why not help somebody by clicking share rather than, share for no reason? This actually gives you a reason to share it, man.
Yeah, not much coverage for these types of things, but the Modern Eater, we hit the road. When we break, we're going to break away, we're going to come back, and we're going to talk to you and show you some video from the Kiowa County Fairgrounds. Where's Kiowa County? Well, it's in southeastern Colorado. There lies Eads, Colorado, and in Eads, Colorado is a great fairgrounds with a lot of community people that came together. And we will catch up with Matt Prince, who's going to show us around along with Doug Uhland, and you'll meet Hunter Uhland. Farmers and ranchers come together, their families, 5 generations. We even met Doug's 12th granddaughter, 12th grandchild, who is a granddaughter, and just an adorable baby. So connecting with Colorado. We'll break away. We'll come right back. Take a look at these messages, and then we've got more for you right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado on a Monday.
Hey. What's going on, everybody? This is Brother Luck from Lucky Dumpling, 4x Brother Luck in Colorado Springs, and I am rocking with the Modern Eater. You're watching them, you're tasting them, you're knowing everything there is to know about Colorado.
Hi, Charlie from Brews Beers here. Our new Belgian Abbey 4-pack is a mixed package of the 4 core beers made in Abbey and Trappist breweries in Belgium. So we have a single, a double, a triple, and a quadruple in one package. Now, quadruples are the emperors of Belgian monastery ales. They're dark in color, with a dense tan head, and alcohol ranging from 8 to 12%, so they're pretty strong. Quadruples are very rich and complex with big maltiness, spice, and flavors of raisins, cherries, and plums. Alcohol is apparent in the mouthfeel, but not overwhelming, even at 10.5% ABV. So the finish is long, complex, and dry, and they're great beers anytime, by themselves or with hearty foods. Pick up your Abbey 4-pack at either Brews location, 67th and Pecos, or at Colfax in York, and at fine liquor stores throughout the Denver metro area. Take home some Belgian-style badassery today.
You're watching The Modern Eater, and now back to the show.
Hey, welcome back to a Monday. It's the 22nd of March, and again, supporting Colorado agriculture, where Meat Out Day turned into Meat In Day this past Saturday, and the Modern Eater, myself, Greg Hollenbach, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman, we hit the road, and we got some great content for you. So stick around. We're going to show you this next segment is going to be Kiowa County Fairgrounds and an event that they had there for Meat In Day. That's for sure. But right now, let me tell you about Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions. He's the man with the plan when it comes to tap installations and tap maintenance. Jeff Rourke is the most trusted man in the business. 20-plus years, family-owned and operated, does great work, and you might be knocking the rust off of your bar or restaurant and getting things tuned back up. He's the guy to call. If you're pouring inefficient beer, Jay, what are you doing?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Money. Don't do that. Foam is money. Get a hold of Jeff Rourke, A-Plus Beverage Solutions. Tell him what you need done. He'd be happy to come out and just take a look for you. Here's the phone number to give him a call, 720-272-3809. One more time, 720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions. Okay, here's the setup. Kiowa County and the Kiowa County Fairgrounds. Give me that camera, Jay. There we go. All right, Kiowa County and the Kiowa County Fairgrounds. It's in Eads, Colorado, and what a day it was there. They say if you build it, they will come, right, Jay?
They say that.
And they truly did. The Uhland family was there. We met a lot of new friends. We had some old friends there, but the day was community and coming together. They had some cornhole tournaments. They had some calf roping. What else did they have?
They had the I don't know what you call it, but with the little kids, they tow them around at the tractor and the little things, and so all the kids had fun. They had face painting. They had live music. Burgers, dogs, the whole gamut.
It's what you would expect at a barbecue and at a fairgrounds, but really the underlying message was community supporting agriculture, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, that's kind of the shot across the bow when you say, let's take meat out of Colorado for a day and have a proclamation. Well, I'll tell you what, Meat In Day, and again from Weld County, where we had pictures coming to us from events there, to Grand Junction and Lyman, Colorado, where we were in Eads, Colorado. People were coming in and showing us the support. We really appreciate you doing that. But here's this event, and this is where we came across Matt Prince. And Matt Prince and Doug Uhland showed us around, told us what was happening that day, and then we caught up with rancher Hunter Uhland. Here's what that segment looked like. Take a look. This was past Saturday in Eads, Colorado. All right, we told you we'd do it, and here we are, Kiowa County Fairgrounds in Eads, Colorado. Myself, Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman, the Modern Eater, supporting agriculture, right? It was proclaimed Meat Out Day, and what did it turn into? Meat In Day, and that's what community and families do, and it all works together. Brian, we've got some new gents here with us right now.
Yes.
A new friend and an old friend. Matt Prince, good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
That's right, a railroader, event organizer, and also a friend of ours and a farmer himself. It's the Uhlands, and Doug Uhland is joining us, too. What's up, Doug?
Not much.
I like the way you're holding that microphone, man. I've never seen that's
that
actually
work?
pretty. Yeah, does it work?
I can't have my hands in my pocket.
That's the innovation of farmers. First of all, let's turn to you, Matt. First of all, where are we, and what is today? And I love your T-shirt, man.
Well, we're at the Kiowa County Fairgrounds, like you said. About 3 weeks ago, Cindy Williams called me and said she and Roger Saffer had been talking shortly after our governor made his Meat Out proclamation, and she was not pleased. And we talked to a number of other people like Doug, and formed a little committee, met a couple of days later, and was off to the race.
It was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And the turnout today really shows that. Let's first of all, this is a really cool fairgrounds, and what's going on today. You got a little bit of roping happening today.
Yeah.
I like that. Seeing the community come together, and especially on a beautiful. Oh, I got to wish happy first day of spring to you, gents.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. What does that signify to you as the farmer?
It's time to get busy.
I love that. Well, let's get busy ourselves. What do you want to take us on a little loop, see what's going on here today?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, I mean, when I say community, I'm new to the community. We come visit and support as much as we can. But these are your friends and your family, literally, right here.
Yeah.
So today you're selling some T-shirts. What do we got?
We're selling T-shirts very similar, or exactly like the one I'm wearing, that's going to benefit our fair royalty. And
do you have one of those? Is there another one of those?
Yeah.
I'm buying one of those. Extra large with the same as him. That's what I want. You can get it ready for me. I'll be back for it, but that's what I want.
Yeah, we can definitely get all three of you guys hooked up.
Small. Extra small. No, extra large. Yes, ma'am. But that's all right. Are you? That's the most popular size. That's right. That's the most popular size. We'll be back. Thank you. All right. What else do we have here, gents? Of course, you got to have the meat.
It's got to have the meat. Watson Smoking Barbecue. Russell Watson and his family are locals. He cooks everything from brisket to pulled pork ribs. Today he's a hamburger. He's the hamburger flipper today.
He's got the hamburger, and
we did hamburgers and hot dogs. And the big theme, while while I was approached with, some displeasure with our governor, the more we talked, the more we wanted it to be not necessarily some big negative protest.
Yes, sir.
We're not burning the world down here.
Right.
What we're doing is we came together to appreciate what 75% of Colorado does is farm or ranch. There's only so much land area in Denver and Boulder and the Springs, and but the rest of the state is agriculture.
That's one of the things, and we talk about how everything fits in together. But if you want to prove a point or promote something else or a different lifestyle, promote the great things that are about that, not diminish something else in meat and ranching and that type of agriculture, because they really, really join together and they work in a symbiotic relationship so well.
Yeah. Well, the ranches need the farms. And I mean, it is so symbiotic.
So it was so much more than just meat. It was grain.
And it's just on the beef side. It's not just meat. Your boots, they're made of leather.
Our belts, our boots. I
name it.
You're telling secrets right now. No, yes, it's very apparent. And actually, we have a gentleman over here I'd like to go walk over to. Maybe you can do the introductions for this gentleman. We know him. Who do we got here? Look at this. Do the introductions, Doug.
All right, this is my nephew. This is Hunter Uhland. He's a local rancher. He can tell you all about the effects of what Polis's ideas are. I mean, the beef industry is way more than just meat. They use practically every part of the animal for some use.
Hunter, what's happening?
Yep.
Good to see you. First of all, tell us what you do.
Well,
bring that microphone right up close to you.
We're
and good to see you.
Small, I would call a small ranching family here in Kiowa County that started doing direct sale beef about 3 or 4 years ago. We kind of dabbled in it, but really took off with getting into social media and advertising on the internet.
I love seeing it. And thank you for doing it. Not only is that a great promotion for a great small Colorado business, it also is very educational, and we appreciate you for doing that too. For those of people that do want to give you a follow or a like or to find you, you got a great Facebook page. How do people find you, the name of your ranch?
We just got a website up this year, so it's baruccattle.com. And you can go on there. We have a web store and everything. You can order beef directly on our website now. We sell out pretty quick with the pandemic and beef flying off the shelf at grocery stores. It got to where it's kind of hard to come by. All the people that were already selling beef directly were selling product quickly. So we're taking pre-orders for fall beef right now. Spring and summer. We're pretty much sold out by July.
That's fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, how many head will you slaughter a year?
Last year we did about 30. We run 80 cow-calf pairs roughly. The problem is getting those beeves that we have available into a processor, because processors got so overrun with everyone trying to get beef in their freezer that you couldn't get slots. So we're booking like 2 years out now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And you just don't know how many calves, how many beef you're going to have available 2 years, so you just try to make your best guess and go.
And that's what's interesting. The theme of farming and ranching is there's no equation. There's no perfect roadmap to being able to be a productive farmer, a productive ranch. You have so many things. The white combine thrown at you every so often.
A lot of variables.
A lot of variables.
Mother
One
Nature.
thing that we do know for sure is we connect Colorado, and we do it so well with the farmers and the ranchers. Let's keep it real. The reason why we're here is to support, because a shot's thrown across the bow, and it's a really interesting place, as it's Colorado. Now, as you know, meat isn't born in the package on your King Soopers Whole Foods shelf. That's not where it comes from. There's a long process, and there's sweat, blood, and tears, and ranchers and farmers just doing it everywhere. You're doing it, man. You're out here doing it. The struggle is real for you. But what's the reason to be in a place that when you're not welcome, a lot of times, why do you want to be there. What's the battle right now, if it even is a battle because you have enough of them? But just give me your thoughts. What's happening right now?
It is a battle for us because what Governor Polis is proposing would put us out of business. We butcher basically weanling to yearling age cattle. So our beef is younger. It's 10 months old on average. And what he's proposing would be a ban on butcher for
that's a
anything.
whole different bill that's in proposition right now. That's a that's something that we're
younger than 25%.
Right, so it'll be a 5 years of age.
5-year-old cow.
And then the whole,
you can slaughter.
that goes in hand in
It's
hand
ridiculous.
with what we're doing here today with
so
the
many
meat
ways.
out day. So he's just trying to wipe beef production in Colorado, off the map, livestock production in
I don't think
general.
the fallout's truly even been felt yet. And that's just why the awareness of these types of events are happening, not just here at the Kiowa County Fairgrounds, not just in the Welcome Center in Lamar, Colorado, not just in, if you head north just outside of Fort Collins with Mike Harper. These are everywhere in Colorado right now.
200 events today are going on to support ag.
So what's
and,
happening
and
is
meat industry.
the awareness. I appreciate the struggle that you're through all the time. Hearing the stories of the extreme cold and what you try and do to just keep the livestock alive and to carve out a little future for your family. The Uhlands definitely are what you want in agriculture and here in Colorado, and I don't want to run you guys off. Your roots have been here forever, but let's not make it difficult for you guys to do business, right?
Yeah, and I mean, all of us are integrated, tied together. They're farming the crops, the sunflowers, the milo, the corn that we're feeding our cattle. If we disappear, they disappear. It's wiping agriculture off the face of the map, and any little part that goes against us, because our profit margins right now are so minute that any little ripple effect in the meat market or the grain market is felt tremendously. It's like a tsunami to us small guys. So when a packing house gets shut down, or when the governor goes out and promotes meatless items and starts taking steps to actually get rid of meat out of Colorado, that's going to be things that put us out of business in a heartbeat, and we'll look at other states to move to in that case, because this is our livelihood. This is what we do. So
that's right. Thanks for the time.
Too bad. Yeah.
Appreciate you as always.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yep.
Hunter
Keep
Uhland, right
doing
there.
what you do, man.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
You know that. You know that.
That's the Kiowa County Fairgrounds right there. And that's a really real conversation about are we discouraging? We collectively, Colorado, not supporting enough the raising of livestock and all that takes. So Meat In Day this past March 20th, and that, again, was in Eads, Colorado. And just all the local community support coming together to really share that message. And for us at the Modern Eater to go down there and support and cover this, there needs to be more of that. There truly, really isn't. And Colorado Agriculture signing up for a committee or a council or just any of the one great programs that supports Colorado agriculture and livestock in general is something that you can do. You can also share this stream, which is appreciated so much when you do that as well. We're going to break away. We're going to come back. We've got part 2 of that, and there's something significant that I want to point out to you before we watch that next segment coming up on the Modern Eater. In the meantime, when you talk about meat, you need bread, and that's what Jay's got. Take it away, Jay.
You know that smell when you walk into a bakery and it just hits you in the face? That's the smell that makes me think about Aspen Baking and aspenbaking.com. Since 1994, you guys, they've been baking the freshest bread in the city, and they do a great job at it. Just ask Jared Leonard with the Budlong Hot Chicken. He uses their buns. You can ask Chef Noah Siebenaller down in Colorado Springs at Beast and Brews. He uses all their products. Snarf's it has picked up Aspen Baking, aspenbaking.com. Again, you guys, if you're bread lovers and if you need bread, then aspenbaking.com. That's where you go to get it. And none better than Jeff Nations and Aspen Baking. So back to the show right now. I'm going to play you that part 2 of Greg's interview out there at the Kiowa County Fairgrounds. here it is right now.
This band is interesting. So what's your nephew's name?
Rhett.
Rhett. Now this is Rhett, Uhland, and the Morning Shakes.
The Morning Shakes.
I love it. I've had morning shakes a time or two, so I know what you're feeling there, Rhett. Not just a morning shaker, but also an evening shaker.
There you
He's
go.
doing some good music, huh?
Yeah.
Let's walk over and take a look at what's happening here.
Hey, guys, how are you?
So it's kind of cool as an event organizer to see like a plan come together.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, you know, Cindy had a wonderful idea, and you know, we all got together and just tried to make it happen. Not any one of us did more than the other. It was a beautiful group effort.
I want to pause for a second here. These are the things that my eyes are drawn to. And what I look at here, not only at Colorado Farm Bureau, but local businesses doing business with other local businesses and promoting each other as a whole. So you see all of these different businesses, but as a whole, this is a family for a greater cause, which is agriculture and today's event here today. So
yes, 100%.
Can you please go through as many as you can here real quick and just say something nice about these folks as you do it. And this will be very taggable, too.
The first thing I want to say is that Roger Saffer with Saffer Spray Service probably raised 75% of the sponsorship dollars on that board. Roger and Cindy were they had the initial idea. And then we all got together.
Where's Robert Saffer's name?
It's Saffer Spray Service.
Saffer Spray Service. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's just go through this quick. Something like one word, and you guys can all jump in. Something nice about one of these businesses you see. The Uhland, I can do that right there.
Well, we'll just start in the top left corner. Jamie Crockett's a local talent. He was playing earlier. The Kiowa County Press is our local newspaper. J&J Liquor. Family owned.
We'll see you soon, J&J.
Yes. Ark Valley Seeds. That's one that Roger brought in.
Out of Rocky Ford, Colorado.
Yeah.
Eads Consumer Supplies, Eads Auto Supplies, GN Bank, J&L Farms, and the Uhlands, Kiowa Independent. What else do we have here?
J.W. McCusion, he's the one that's putting on the roping out there.
Look at all of these guys coming together. 719 Supplies, Van Dyce Supply Company. Everybody knows everybody here, right?
It's really great just to see the local community get behind something and support it like this. The fact that what you said, you almost had 600 people, you almost really had the entire town of Eads.
We had at a loose count as of a few minutes ago was probably a little over 600.
Hey, it's Rhett. Hi, Rhett.
So on top of
he's getting ready to go.
Sponsorship dollars and in-kind work that anybody on that board did, we've got a plastic jug over here where people were dropping donations in today.
That's great.
And individuals dropping $1 in. I think I saw 50 in there a while ago. I mean, so we probably raised in the neighborhood of $7,000-$7,500 in about 2.5 weeks.
That's fantastic.
And everybody's donated time and effort, and we'll probably have a couple of grand of expense. So all the rest of the dollars are going to go to the FFA at the school, 4-H locally, to promote education for these kids coming up to farm and ranch.
Which I'll tell you what, keeping the youngsters engaged.
Yes.
Woo! Well, it's harder.
You know better than anybody, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to keep that newborn baby engaged? The 12th grandkid. She's got to be engaged in it somehow.
She'll be engaged.
Yeah. It won't wait.
She loves, the middle one. She loves riding the tractor with Dad.
You guys, every time we come down here, you're so hospitable to us. You welcome us. We feel like we're a part of the family down here, and it's just an honor to come down here and highlight what means to us so much that we take advantage of, obviously, in the city and beyond. But this is what it's all about. Truly, these are the faces of agriculture. that we've wanted to bring you. Thank you, guys, truly.
Yep, thank you. Thank you guys for coming out. You know, it was very important to us for this to be a totally free event for anybody that attended. And also for it to be about ag appreciation. You know.
Yeah, now I have to buy my T-shirt. Usually I try and get a free T-shirt. Now I have to buy my T-shirt. Support local, support ag. It all ties in together. If there's anything that you learned today from our visit at the Colorado Mills Sunflower Products, to being at the Welcome Center, to being here at the Kiowa County Fairgrounds, it's how it all comes together, and it works in so many integral ways. Rick, you said it so well. You don't need to promote something else and diminish something by promoting that. If you have something good, it stands alone, and farmers love ranchers, and ranchers love farmers.
Well, and get out of the city. I would say come out.
What
Colorado
That's crazy.
Is all about. And I think that the problem is today too many people are afraid to really get out of the city and find out about what really built Colorado. Right. And this is it. This small town, these small communities, it's what's so important for people. I mean, this is where your food comes from, folks.
We got meat to eat.
Meat to eat.
Music to listen to, and friends to thank. Got to thank you, Matt Prince. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Doug Uhland. You know our love for you. And
one thing I'd like to say about Matt, he's new to this community, and you talk about a really welcome guy. You know, the community loves him. He's been here for, a couple of years?
Yeah.
And
have you jumped him in the barn yet, though?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not going to the barn.
Not going to the barn. Rick Robbins, as always, thank you. And for Jay Parker, Brian Freeman, myself, Greg Hollenbach, it's an honor. Support ag. It's Meat In Day 2021, the Modern Eater Show. It continues. Okay, we're going to break away real quick, and then we're going to come back. We have more for you as we were out on a journey, and our journey and mission was really just to highlight Colorado agriculture in a weekend kind of way. But we got a lot of good stuff along the way, and we appreciate you watching this show live. Here we are on a Monday. One thing I want to note about that last portion from Kiowa County Fairgrounds is when I stopped by that board, that community sponsor board of people that made that event happen. It's, again, what I preach each and every show is local businesses doing business with other businesses that are local. It means the world. It means so much. It's that high tides raise all ships. It's communities come together to make that powerful connection. So when you see that board and you're one of those businesses, thank you so much for what you do, and sharing these streams mean the world to us. We're going to break away now, Jay, and when we come back, we've got some more to show you, but what is the next stop that we're going to give these guys a look at?
We stopped over at the Max Hotel. That's where we were staying in Lamar, and we met a gentleman by the name of Marty.
And, Marty the auctioneer.
Marty the auctioneer.
And
25, 35, something like that.
Marty's home-raised Angus beef, and again, another great Colorado rancher. He's also an auctioneer. All these communities are so tied in. It's not farmers against ranchers. They don't pit themselves against each other. It's all inclusive, and that's just the way that it should be. So agriculture all together, it's very intricate. They all work together, and Marty was a great addition to the Modern Eater family. So you're right, Jay. 50, can I get a better bit of 50? I got a 50, I got a 55. Can I get a 60? Can I get a better bit of 60? Can I get a 65? He's brilliant at it. He gives us a taste of that. He tells us about his business. And again, in Lamar, Colorado, that's where we met Marty at the Max Hotel. Stick around. That'll be up for you next as the Modern Eater Show continues.
Hey guys, Alex Armitage over at Sam's number 3 Glendale. You want a Bloody Mary? You want a cheeseburger? You want a breakfast burrito? Greek salad? Bacon gyro meat? Chicken souvlaki? Barbecue ranch salad? We got you covered. Come down and see us. One more time. Try it again. Hey guys, Alex Armitage over here at Sam's number 3 Glendale. Now get your ass to themoderneater.com. Thank you so much.
Modern Eater, we love you guys. This is Amber with Northern Colorado Potatoes, reminding everyone that potatoes grown here are truly rooted in love and rooted in a long history of being grown in this area. Early 1900s reports show that this was either the largest or one of the largest potato producing areas in the nation. Other states have had some amazing branding, but don't forget we have all your favorite varieties and more you love to cook and eat, including russet. Support local potatoes, you won't be disappointed.
We started Meridium Spirits because we love the way that spirits and cocktails can bring people together to socialize, to bond, to have conversations. Well, right now we've got some big conversations to have. Coop Vodka and Coop Gin are available at liquor stores across the metro area, but if you can't find us or would like to have us behind your bar or at your restaurant, send us an email, info@meridiumspirits.com. We know things are a little different these days, but think of us the next time you're planning a virtual happy hour or a socially distant picnic. And keep an eye on our social media, Coop by Meridium, for all the latest and greatest.
Hey guys, it's Caroline Glover. I'm the chef owner of Annette out at Stanley Marketplace. Citrus is about to be in its prime. I just want to thank everybody for showing so much support to small local restaurants in this really hard time. And you're watching the Modern Eater Show. I'm fine with that.
Hi, I'm Amber with Strohauer Farms, and I'm just here to remind you that the best potatoes are grown here in Colorado. Goodness elevated. Thanks for watching the Modern Eater Show.
Hey, Zach Ryder here, Colorado Mills Sunflower Products out of Lamar, Colorado. Your only local source, grown from a local crop to produce a local oil for local chefs. You can find it at Shamrock Foods, What Chefs Want, Seattle Fish Company. Let me try it one more time, then we'll see. Hey, restaurants, we're glad you're reopening. From Colorado Mills Sunflower Oil, we'll see you soon.
First, we partner with the best farmers in the world, and then we tell them, we will take it all. Process whole spices daily, blend custom spices to order, keep it fresh, safe, and flavorful, all so that you can get back to doing what you do best. So whether you're a restaurant, a food manufacturer, or an at-home cook, be sure to visit The Spice Guy at www.thespiceguyco.com.
Hey Modern Eater fans, I'm Don Trobo with the Annex by Ardent Mills, and I just wanted to give you a heads up about some of the great things we've got going on locally in the state. We're headquartered right here, and we're working with farmers in the San Luis Valley to bring you amazing Colorado quinoa. It's just like the South American stuff, but grown locally. We've got transitional wheat flour that's grown by farmers in Colorado and surrounding states who are in the process of turning their fields into organic. So we're taking that transitional wheat and turning it into flour, and now it's available for you to cook and bake with. And last but not least, we're now cleaning grain berries in Denver. So things like spelt or wheat berries or pearl barley, those are things that we're now doing right here locally and are available to you. Can't wait to share it with you.
Hi, I'm Jeff Nations from Aspen Baking Company. It's really important right now to support local. That's why I support the Modern Eater. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to the show. This is going to be really cool. He's an auctioneer by night, I don't know, probably day and night, but a rancher all the time. And again, one of those folks that we catch up with, he had delicious cuts of beef that he brought with us. We had an opportunity to grill them and to have Anthony and Michael welcome us into the Max Hotel, and then to have Marty, the rancher, come with us. And it was truly just a little sit-down dinner and get to know each other. But we fell in love with Marty. He's a cool guy. He's an auctioneer. He's a rancher. And without further ado, let's play this segment for you. Here's Marty. And Marty's home-raised Angus beef, featured right now, the Modern Eater Show. All right, it's dinner time. And in Lamar, Colorado, what do you need to do on a meat-in day? Well, you got to eat some meat, Brian.
Yeah.
And
that is incredible meat. Look at that.
All right, Anthony, this is fantastic. We've met some new friends today. First of all, Anthony, who are you and what are you doing?
Anthony Escobar, running the restaurant for Nancy Clark here at the Max.
We're going to tell you about the Max Hotel in just a little bit. A great place to who are in Lamar, but new friend right now. And when you talk Marty's home raised, you have to talk to Marty. And it's good to see you. Welcome to the Modern Eater right here with you.
Thank you.
This is cool stuff. So as we're taking your product off, I've come to know that you're a hit here locally. And so what I'd like you to do is just take the next 30, 60 seconds and talk about your business, and then we'll talk a little bit about the meat.
Well, I've been in the ranching business all my life, and my goal was to get everybody some good beef at a reasonable price, and here we are.
That's not an easy thing to do.
No.
Good beef at a reasonable price. The optimal word there is good beef, and truly, if you're eating delicious, ethically raised, good beef, it's going to cost a little bit more, and it's getting the consumer to buy that.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's your business model? What do you do? Because those are the conversations, Brian, that we like to have, ranchers' business models, because it's not an easy business to be in.
No. I mean, I want to raise the best beef for the consumer, and, I mean, that's my goal. I mean,
Marty, where did the switch flip for you and say, I'm sick of eating this trash. I want good meat?
Well, I really don't know. I mean,
question that was.
Yeah.
Sorry about that one.
I feel like people don't know what good beef is. Yeah. I mean, I think they think any meat in the store is good and that it's all the same price, and it's not. I mean, there's different cuts, there's different grades, there's different, you know. So I want to go into my pen and I want to find the best I can get at at a reasonable price. So describe that. So for our viewership, who really and Marty, trust me, some people believe it comes in the wrapper, that's where it was originated from, in the wrapper on the grocery store shelves. Talk about what that means to you. What are those qualities that have to happen for good beef? Well, you got to breed it up. You got to start from ground one. I mean, you know, you got to have the best genetics, you know, and grow them and feed them right, and you got to have a good processor, and then there it is. How long you been in the business? 50-some years.
What breed are you raising?
Angus.
Angus, okay.
Yep, Angus.
Nice.
So grass-fed.
We raise bulls to put on our cows, so we got the right genetics there. We breed out of North Dakota, a big Angus breeder up there. Mm-hmm. So why do you believe you're such a hit regionally to where people are going and these relationships? It's so cool. What's the name of the liquor store up the street? A&B Liquor. And they have a freezer? Yep. With your beef in it? Yep. And people go far and wide, come stock up and get your beef. What do you figure the appeal is? Well, they know where that beef's come from. They know it's from Uhland, Colorado. It's not from some other country. I mean, I think that's what the main deal is.
Big deal.
Yeah, and they know me. Most people know me, you know.
Well, and do you think most people even know that a lot of their meat's coming out of places like Argentina
and New Zealand?
And New Zealand, they have no idea.
No, I don't think they have any idea. I think it's coming out of the grocery stores, what they think.
Yeah.
How do you compete?
I don't know. Just good beef. I mean, that's just, and I try to keep it as cheap as they are, you know.
It's when you know, right? So what about you? You know.
It's good. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah, it's really good. The ribeye was the first one I had. It was delicious. It's perfect.
So we're letting this rest just a little bit.
Yeah.
Chef, bring these on in. We're going to show a little bit of the max. We're going to finish up this conversation with Marty. So, Marty, you like to party. You're an auctioneer as well.
Yeah.
He gave me a little taste. I hate to put people, especially when it's a profession and everything on. But, yeah, could you sell me real quick to somebody?
If I can find somebody to buy you.
How much? That's right.
It'd be the harder part.
That's a great question to start out with. How do you determine the price?
Rick's here. He might buy you. Is what I'm thinking.
But it would be one of those basically of feeling sorry for me.
Kind of.
He would want to buy that. No, but really, I find that since the 80s.
Yeah, 88 I started.
Man, 88 starting auctioneering. Now, it's a talent to where I said, what makes a good auctioneer? And you said rhythm.
Yeah. I think.
I do too.
Yeah.
Because you're basically singing.
Oh, yeah.
You're creating a rhythm and a tone, and at the end of the day, you're trying to sell,
I think I could even probably teach you, maybe, possibly.
Can you, like a Cliff Note version?
Well, you got to bring people in, don't you, Marty?
Oh, yeah.
You got to suck them in.
You do.
It's not, yeah.
So do you start out with a dollar amount? Give me a little taste of what that would sound like.
All right, there. What are you going to do? 25 down, 50 down there. 75 down, 100 and a quarter and a half. And 100 and a half, 75 down 2 and a quarter and a half. 7, 3 and a quarter and a half. Down 7, 4 and a half. 5.
Now, what are you saying? Because I thought you called me a couple bad names throughout that.
I practiced, when I learned dog snare, I practiced the tongue twister.
Uh-huh.
And it was Betty Botter. Have you ever heard of that one?
No, do it.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said, this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of better butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So it was better. Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter.
Never heard
Practice that forever.
Really? And that's where you go.
So then
from.
when I go 25, better bit of 30.
Better
$30, better bit of 40. $40, better bit of 50. 50, better bit of 60. Now 60, now 5. Now better bit of 70. And 70, now 5. Now 80, now 5. Now 100, now quarter. Now half. Now 7, 2. Down quarter. Now high. Now 75.
You love it, don't you?
I love it. Yeah.
Does it get you
He's
going?
one of the best.
That is good. That is good. I love that, Marty.
And, I mean, people will truly show up for an auctioneer that's doing a great job, right?
Well, you don't want to sit down in the audience and you're like, man, this guy's grating on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, his voice is not good. We got some guys that work up there that they're real good with their numbers, but their voice is just not deep. It's too high pitched and it just grates on your nerves.
You can get 4 or 5 auctioneers help with a 4-H sale, and you can tell. One will sit in there and they'll have trouble getting it moving, and you get a Marty in there and boom, stuff goes.
Yeah, it's all the rhythm.
That's right.
You know, if they're slow pace, if they're 25, 30, you know, I mean, people just fall asleep, you know. You got to get it pumping and going and singing. And, you know.
That sounded like our guy at the National Western almost. He's a little slow. He's
John Corey.
Yeah.
That
And
it
he's
is?
great, yes. And he's been around for...
Now, don't go too much. He started same year I did. Me and him was in a contest in Pueblo, state contest.
Oh, really?
And we tied. They had to recount the ballots. I mean, this took like an hour. And he won by like 1 point. Or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So you got the National Western and you got Holly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Now, the passion that you have, it's just for agriculture and the business, right?
Oh,
The
yeah.
people in the community. That same passion in going into ranching, and we talk a lot about, I say, how do you do it? It's heroes' work. It truly is unthankful heroes' work to do what you want to do. But bringing that good food or non-commodity beef to the market it's really the stuff that I love. So, what are your challenges? Is it finding that customer that appreciates your beef?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it when somebody says, or I'll text Rick, how was your beef? Man, it was great. You know. And
Go
it's
ahead,
feel
Rick.
Good.
Talk about it.
Well, you know, I just started once I knew. I mean, Marty would actually, before he had it in the liquor store, would come down, say, I'm going to be in town certain afternoon, and come down and buy the meat. And, and I go back to the chuck roast. The chuck roast reminded me of when I was a kid. 1970, the way the beef I remember, the tenderness, the way it cooked up, the steaks. Matter of fact, I texted him the other day that we cooked some ribeye steaks that were the best.
First of all, I don't believe that you texted anything.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You
I
did?
did.
All right. And
I did.
photos, too, right?
I
Photos?
didn't do it.
Yeah, see, that take it a step farther now.
So-
Guys, I'll bet you if we walk in here, Chef Anthony's probably has those steaks laying out for us right now. Let's take a look at those steaks. So you like your steak how? How do you like it prepared?
Just where it isn't going to get up and run away.
Oh, real rare.
Yeah.
Holy
I'm
cow.
almost a blue rare, but I'll do a
that
rare, medium rare.
Boy, such a different texture. You and I are brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like
I like
yours.
pink.
But not bleeding.
Not bleeding.
Right. How about you, Brian? Where are you at?
I am not afraid to beat it down again. If
Yeah.
if it needs a good beating on the table, I'm not afraid to do it. I think you just put that on the outside just to sear it.
Let's
but,
send in Jay first. Jay? All right. Let's see what happens.
Well, it's interesting as we walk in here, Greg, I'd like to talk about, because, Rick, you said you had a prime rib, right? Or, no, what did you say? A ribeye.
Ribeye. Mhm.
And, and cut a meat is really a personal thing.
Yes. Now, in a ribeye situation, I may not want it quite as rare as I do a KC strip.
Sure.
A KC strip, a ribeye can still have the white meat.
A little bit of grizzle on it, yeah.
No, you don't want that. So.
Well, but it's interesting, too, because as we talk about that, some people swear by that. I knew people that on the New York Strip, their favorite part was the grizzle. And I think it's interesting because truly beef is all of it is, but it's a personal preference, isn't it?
They're so good to us here at the Max Hotel.
Now,
laid out
for the backyard barbecuer, I'll give you a little clue. When you see it start to curl up, take your knife right there and cut, because that's a fat layer there, and it'll pop open and lay flat.
Ah, there's a tip.
You got a plate? Let's cut a couple of these open. Love to grab a knife and a plate. And, again, the spread that they have here at the Max Hotel. Truly, now that things are starting to loosen up in regulations, Max Hotel is going to be one of those places, not only here locally, but destination spot. I'd say get down to Lamar, Colorado, especially a lot of you companies that you're looking for a great place to stay or to bring for a little getaway or a retreat or even a board meeting type of thing. We were talking about Lamar, Colorado. It's one of these places you can come to, and you can your money goes a long way here, and it's truly appreciated when you support these types of regions. So if you're in the general area, Max Hotel is going to be a place that has some great places to stay, some good lodging, and their food program's coming right up. Anthony, you've got a great bar here. I can see it. It's going to come together. You got to get the liquor stocked in here, too. Where's Jay? I need a microphone, Jay. There it is. This is coming together nicely. I can't wait until this is going and folks can come in here and dine. But you have a restaurant that's coming up here soon, right?
Yes, sir. MV2, yeah. Maxwell version 2 is what we're calling it.
Maxwell version 2?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Maxwell version 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, look at the space that you and Michael and everybody have put together here. The finishing of this bar is fantastic. The history of the Max Hotel is amazing as well. But the rooms are fully decked out and kept the decor and the finish of just really what the original portion of the Max Hotel was. What kind of food are you going to serve here at the Max?
Well, we're going to serve steaks, of course.
Please say steaks.
Yeah, steaks for sure. And then we're going to do we have a couple pork chop dishes and chicken dishes. And I don't know, we're just trying a bunch of different things.
Marty, go ahead. You want me to do the honors?
And you're going to keep a focus right on this local, right?
Yes, yeah. We're all
great food here.
Everything's local. All of our stuff that we're going to be buying from, our meats and everything like that. We're going to try and push local as much as we can.
Now, you chose the Traeger here. The Traeger.
Yes, sir. Marty was the one that suggested the Traeger, so we had to put it in there.
All right. That's flavorful. It really is. We're going to have some delicious beef here. What else did you cook?
Some bacon wrapped asparagus, some scalloped potatoes, a nice little salad, some fresh rolls with some cinnamon butter.
Let's eat.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Marty, thanks for spending time with us. We've been with Rick all day long. This has been a great day, truly supporting Colorado agriculture and the people that all come together, because what you really figure out when you hit the road, Brian, is that symbiotic relationship of how it all works, and then back again to the end user and the product when the chef gets a hold of it for the restaurant. And here's this spread.
Well, and a recap on how the farmers and the ranchers both exist together symbiotically, and we need that in this state. We need to lift up all parties. It's not let the ranchers demise at the success of the farmers. It is the ranchers and the farmers both need to be risen to the top.
Thanks for a wonderful day.
I'm going to do a testimony here on those steaks. I've probably 4 years I've had those. If you're having a get together and you don't want to be disappointed, you go get Marty Steaks down at A&B Liquor, because it is amazing.
Let's eat, guys.
Yeah, and Marty, is it just 719-940-3083? Is that how people get in touch with you?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Do you have a Facebook or a website or anything else?
Marty's Home Raised Angus Beef.
Marty's Home Raised Angus Beef. Yep. Check it out, folks. We're about to.
I can't stop. I'm ready to go. Okay, thank you for tuning in. This is the good stuff. You're probably not going to get it up in Denver unless we bring it to you, and I think we're going to work on something to give you a little taste of this back where we are. Okay, chefs, be ready. This is delicious.
Great.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, Marty, appreciate it. Rick Robbins, thank you. Jonna, Brian, Michael, Anthony, Jay, Greg, we're out of here. It's time. It's dinner time in Lamar, Colorado. The Modern Eater Show continues. Mouthful. Sorry about that. There he is, Marty Neugebauer. And Marty's home-raised Angus beef. He joined us for dinner at the Max Hotel. Chef Anthony cooked it up for us. Michael was there. Thank you, Nancy, for the hospitality at the Max Hotel. But Marty, talk about a cool new friend. Rick Robbins there with us for dinner along with Jonna and Marty, and we all came together and just had a great time. I think we laughed so hard. Like Marty, when he auctioned off some stuff and put a little bit of Marty color in it, you know, you almost died laughing, Jay.
He just said some things in his auctioning that really tickled me, and
so if you know Jay's sense of humor, you could probably guess what Marty threw into some of his auctioneering. But again, just an honor and a pleasure to go down and to be in Kiowa County and Lamar, Colorado, and Eads, Colorado. We have more for you. Also, a special announcement. We saw Brother Luck on the way down. Got an announcement from Brother Luck that has to do with the Modern Eater Show. Also, again, truly excited for the Potato Council and Strohauer Farms representing Colorado potatoes, bringing them and on board a new supporter of the Modern Eater Show and Strohauer Farms and the Potato Council. Stick around. We're going to come back, got a couple of special announcements, and then tomorrow there's a special edition of the Modern Eater Show. On a Tuesday? What? Stick around. We'll tell you what's up. That's coming up next on the Modern Eater Show.
Hey, you guys, Jay here with the Modern Eater Show. Thanks for watching. Don't forget about our YouTube and Instagram channels. A lot of killer content over there. Throw us a subscribe on YouTube. Throw us a follow on Instagram. And thank you for supporting TME. We couldn't do this without our amazing sponsors, so let's check them out right now.
Very proud to be part of the Modern Eater, and chefs, restaurant owners, any food service operators. You know, I know right now that delivery and carry out is bigger than ever, and we got you covered. Cambro has a full line of delivery and carry out items. More economical options are expanded polypropylene or EPP, nice insulated container. The ProCard Ultra is really versatile. It's a great unit because you could actually store cold products down here, hot products up here. It's all 120. There's no refrigeration worries. It's all thermodynamics. Just let us know what your food service challenges are, what it is we can do to help you out, and there isn't anything that we can't do for you. So hope to see you over here at our facility in Park Hill soon, and stay safe out there.
You know, everybody, with several $1 million of hard assets here, insurance is very, very important to us. Ewing Leavitt covers it all. Machinery, building, workman's comp. Ewing Leavitt's got us covered from the floor to the ceiling, from our alley even to the street. This divider, this press, my cooling conveyor, my oven. Ow, ow. Ewing Leavitt covers our counter stacker and our employees too. If you need insurance, take it from Little Rich at Rockalitas. Call Ewing Leavitt, they'll get you covered.
I go home, I strip down to my skivvies. All right, here we go. I got it. Hey everybody, Steve Gould from Golden Moon Distillery and Golden Moon Speakeasy. When I get my cocktails to go from Golden Moon Speakeasy, I go home, I kick back, and I watch The Modern Eater. Skivvies. Hey, I'm a Marine. It's skivvies, man.
Again, welcome back to Studio Kitchen Colorado, home of the Modern Eater and the Modern Eater Network. Here it is. This segment brought to you by Elevation Food Service Reps. And go to Elevation FS, Frank Sally, elevationfs.com, and you can see all the latest and greatest in innovations to get your kitchens up to where you want them to be. And Rich O'Brien from Elevation Food Service Reps, he's the guy who will know. Him and his staff, they're so knowledgeable. It's Elevation Food Service Reps. Okay, also in this kitchen, what happens Monday through Thursday, education is back, baby, and it's Emily Griffith Culinary Quick Start. tonight, another night, actually, Amber Strohauer from Strohauer's Farm, she's bringing in some local spuds. The potatoes are coming in. Chef Marcus, Chef Blake are going to do a class for their students. It's a gimme. It's a free class. It's free to you. You want to get into culinary. You want to dust off and sharpen your skills. You can do it with Emily Griffith Culinary Quick Start. All you have to do is go to themoderneater.com. If you have any interest, there's a tab that says Emily Griffith Culinary Quick Start. Just go through the scroll down. It'll give you a way to sign up for this free class. What that gets you after 3 weeks, it's just a short 3 weeks, Monday through Thursday in the evenings. You can see the class on Zoom, or you can come into Studio Kitchen Colorado. It'll be where you need to be. So when you go into a restaurant and you want to get into their kitchen, they know you've got the baseline knowledge of what you need to do to get into their kitchen and hit the ground running, son.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That is right.
Emily Griffith Culinary Quick Start. I said before the break we had a special announcement as we were making our way through on a little baby road trip, because as you know, this will be the 4th year running, Jay. Can you believe that?
It feels like 20. It feels like 20, but it's 4.
As we come up on our 6th anniversary of the Modern Eater and our 4 years of road trip and summer dinner series, in June we take off. It's right during summer solstice, and we hit the highways and byways and dirt roads and streams and rivers and tributaries and everything you can imagine.
They're growing it or raising it. We're talking about it.
We head out and we interview farmers and ranchers and agriculture and brewers and distillers and restaurants and wineries. We go get all of that great, delicious food, and we come back for the summer dinner series. It's in July. It's in August. This will be the 4th year of the summer dinner series. It's back downtown, baby, right by the convention center on the patio of Pizza Republica. We got a special announcement. We did them every Tuesday night for 8 weeks. We're doing them every Tuesday and Wednesday for 8 weeks. 16 delicious dinners. Mark your calendar now, because we talked to him. Chef Brother Luck. He returns.
He's coming back
for the 4th annual summer dinner series, and he is, mark your calendars right now. You want to know the date? July 13th. It's a Tuesday. We don't even have the rest of the chefs booked yet. That's what we're in the process of doing, but you can mark your calendars now for Chef Brother Luck. He's been a hit during the summer dinner series. He's a great chef. He's a supporter of Colorado culinary, agriculture, and the Modern Eater.
The whole thing. He's the whole package, as they say.
He's the whole package. So we have a lot more for you, too much for one show. We also visited while we were in Lamar, Colorado, and Kiowa County. We got an opportunity to see Colorado Mills and Colorado Mills sunflower products. The facility is amazing. What do? A couple of things. They press down sunflower seeds, and they make oil. Mm-hmm. But there's also a byproduct that's feed for a lot of livestock in Colorado and beyond. So a multifaceted operation. We got a tour of the facility with Rick Robbins and Jonna, and I think you'll be really interested in that. We'll show you that. We also have a drive that we did on our way from Lamar, Colorado to Eads, Colorado. We'll show you that drive, and we're just going to show you the land. It's dry out there, folks. They're really worried there in southeastern Colorado about what that land looks like. It's one thing for those shades of brown and tan and just the dryness, but when it starts turning gray, Jay,
it's not good.
When it starts turning gray, that's not what you want. There's a really bad drought going on here in Colorado, and they're just hoping that they can get some crops up. Very few things even grow in that region. Beyond that, just the hospitality was fantastic. We've got a tour of the hotel that we stayed at the Max Hotel in Lamar, Colorado. Cool. It's just a really cool place. And the welcome, there's so many things involved with it, but I'm looking forward to when they open their bar and dining room. They're getting ready to do it just next month. And Nancy, Michael, and Anthony are so excited to show it off to you. I'd say when you see us air this on Wednesday, it's going to be pretty fantastic. You'll want to stick around for that.
Yeah, it's a cool tour.
Now, tomorrow, the state of the restaurant industry. Some of the experts get together, and we have the honor to air it right here at Studio Kitchen Colorado. It's a Zoom call, right? So it's a Zoom call for the Denver Chamber of Commerce. Sonia Riggs, the president and CEO of the Colorado Restaurant Association. She's going to join us with just an inside look and a little conversation about the state of restaurants and what the future looks like. There's a lot of optimistic things going on, and we want to share some optimism with you tomorrow. I'll be there as well. Dave Box from Emily Griffith Culinary Quick Start will also be speaking. We have Lorena Cantoravisi.
You said it right. You did say it right.
Lorena Cantoravisi, and another great friend of the Modern Eater, but you might know her from Marie Empanada, another great Colorado brand. She's had some tough times this past year, but she's going to share her optimism with you, as well as Juan Padro from Culinary Creative, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the Bardos, the Ashkara, the Tappan Burger, the Marin. I mean, he's got one out in New Orleans.
Juan's got a lot going for him. He's going to join us for that call on Tuesday, tomorrow at 10 a.m. So look forward to a special edition of the Modern Eater Show tomorrow at 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's going to be a call that was intended for the Denver Metro Chamber of Commerce and their contingency. But we're going to stream it and air it on the Modern Eater. So look for that. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. We appreciate you tuning in. Like and share. Keep up to date and get ready. As we build our road trip and the summer dinner series, stay tuned so that you can take part and experience one of these delicious Colorado-connected dinners. For Jay Parker and Brian Freeman and everybody that we met in southeastern Colorado, we appreciate you so much, but it's not just there. It's all over the state. So from Eaton, Colorado and Weld County down to southern Colorado and Kiowa County and Lyman to Grand Junction and beyond, this past March 20th, it really showed that unity in Colorado. Colorado agriculture working together, regardless whether you're a farm or a ranch. They come together and they unite for Meat In Day. Whew!
That was a mouthful.
Quite the show. Thank you for joining us tomorrow morning, a special edition of the Modern Eater Show. That starts at 10 a.m. And then, of course, we'll see you back here Wednesday as well at 2 p.m., just like every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The Modern Eater Show will continue. Thanks for tuning in.